Ooh, it has been a minute or 5 years since I last posted something on here. Hey guys, it's Steven. If you're new around here, I'm a creator specifically interested in mobile photography and now getting more into like DSLR mirrorless systems, but I still want to talk about both and really talk about creativity as it relates to photography, videography. I want to share with you guys something that means a lot to me and I think will mean a lot to you, or hopefully will mean a lot to you. This past year has been hard. I think it's been hard for everyone. It's been difficult for many reasons. A global pandemic. Here on the west coast of North America, we've been having a lot of fires and have had to shelter in place for different reasons. Some people have been evacuated. The air quality has been terrible, and that's already on top of everything else that's going on this year. I took some of that time to go back and look at some of the photos that I've taken over the last 10 years. It's actually kind of crazy to think that really the first camera that I started using was the iPhone 3GS in a lot of ways. I'd had cameras before, I had iPhones before, but the iPhone 3GS unlocked something for me. It was the first iPhone that could shoot video natively. It was the first iPhone to have a bump in the camera sensor quality from the original iPhone, going from 2 megapixels to 3 megapixels. And I shot tens of thousands of photos, thousands of hours of video on mobile devices, both iOS and Android, now for the last 10 years. And as I kind of look back at all of that, I was realizing like, whoa, I really built this catalog of memories. And in this time, in this moment, it's been a sort of like a cross between a gym and a health food store for my mental health. Being able to take some of those memories and moments and reflect back on them and share them with the people who I shared those moments with really brought a new form of connection and life in a time where there's just been a lot of loss and trauma. And in reflecting on all this, I realized I wanted to come back here and start making content again to share some of the things that I've learned in taking better photos and learning how to take video. I'm still not by any means perfect at any of this stuff, but it was cool to look back at photos that I had taken in certain places, especially in California where I've spent most of my life. Being in some place like Santa Barbara where I lived for a few years, and then going back to that place years later and taking a better photo because of what I've learned, or San Francisco. And I've been going to San Francisco and have lived in the San Francisco Bay Area throughout the last 10 years. Same with San Diego and some of these other places in California, but also getting out as far as Canada to the north, Mexico to the south. So I want to share that with you guys and some of the stories that have come along with that, some of the lessons learned. My hope is that this channel would be one where you can get inspired, hopefully learn something new. And please, what I want from you guys is for you to share what's important to you. What do you care about when it comes to photography, when it comes to taking better photos? Please comment, let me know. If you're shooting on a phone, Android, iOS, if you are shooting DSLR, mirrorless, even GoPro, whatever it is. Just curious to hear what you guys are doing and see how I can hopefully share some of this gift that I didn't even know that I was already kind of building for myself, which was the ability to capture a moment and share it with someone else. Again, my name's Steven Foster. I'm glad you guys are here. I would be honored if you would subscribe to this channel. Please be kind, both in life and in the comments below. And we'll do it again soon. I'm still learning how to shoot on this thing. I'm currently shooting on the Canon EOS R. I'm borrowing this from my wife. And it's been cool. It's been cool to go from a system like an iOS device or an Android device where you have some flexibility and some control, but there's a lot that's already done for you there. And now shooting on something like the EOS R where I'm in full manual, both in photo and video, and just learning how to use different things like shutter speed and ISO and aperture and all this crazy stuff. But I'm excited to take you guys along for the ride with me. I think there'll be some travel stuff, hopefully once everything calms down a little bit. There will definitely be just talking about some tools. Some people call that gear, but I think when you actually know how to use gear, it's called a tool. And I think every creative should know their tools. So yeah, we'll talk tools. Maybe just some vlogging, some cool stuff around here on the West Coast. Maybe some other places. We'll see what we can get in. But yeah, and also if there's something that you guys want to see, I would love to actually go through some of these books. Some of these are photography books. Some books are just art books, biographies, things like that have inspired me to be more creative. I don't know. You guys want to go through them? You guys want to talk about them? I'd love to share them with you. So yeah, let me know what interests you guys the most, and see you here soon.